Hi everyone, I'm Bob D'Ambrosio from Kendale Products in Fort Erie, Ontario. We're the Canadian distributor for Southern Pride smokers and Broaster pressure fryers. But today's video is all about Southern Pride. We can see behind us, this SPK 500 has been cooked on and used pretty heavily, and now it's time to clean it up. So let's walk you through the process and get to work. We're at the back of the smoker here with Scott. We're gonna learn how to drain the grease out of the bottom. And on this trailer unit, we always fabricate it so the drain comes out the rear and it's in the same service area as your firebox and the other dirty stuff you have to do when taking care of a smoker that's working hard like this one. So before this video, we heated up the smoker so the grease is nice and loose and flowing, and that's especially important in the winter in Canada, and often draining the grease is important so the tube doesn't get filled up with the congealed grease from the cold weather. So let's see what happens when we open up this drain. Lovely. And that'll just keep going until the smoker is fully empty with grease, while we can have another guy on the front operating a squeegee, kind of coaxing it towards the drain hole. But this one, it wasn't very full to begin with, so that'll do it for the grease drain on this one. And know that the drain position is indicative of the flow. So if you have the handle going across the flow of the tube, it means it's closed. If it's facing the flow of the tube, it's open. And it's really important to have that closed when you're cooking so you don't get it all over the ground or wherever you're working with the smoker. Right, Scott?
Yes, sir. Oh, shit.
What's wrong? Oh, yeah. There it is. Okay, we're back at the front of the smoker with Scott. We use a very high-powered commercial degreaser called KS2500. It's a product we do sell here at Kendale. If you're interested in it, let us know. Our first demo is going to be how easily it works to get the smoke and the staining off the doors to get us back to stainless steel. When using this product, and in general, using any kind of degreaser, especially when cleaning your smoker, we encourage you to wear eye protection, hand protection, and cover up as much skin as possible, just so as to avoid any chemical burns. So he's just spraying it up against the door, and if you watch closely, the color of the degreaser as soon as it hits actually changes so quickly to brown, it starts to pull it right off the metal. Scott's an expert in knowing exactly how much KS to use. It is a chemical that we never cut with water. The full strength of it we really need on these kind of smoker cleaning projects. And this is a way you can ensure your Southern Pride's gonna stay in tip-top working condition. We recommend doing this on a monthly basis. We recommend cleaning your smoker whenever it gets to the point of not being able to see that the components are made of metal anymore. If everything's all black inside, it's time to clean. And that's completely gonna depend on your volume. So this smoker, this is about a month of cooking on this unit, but some customers might take a little longer to get to it. You'll see that as soon as we agitate it, once the KS has had a chance to set in, everything becomes loose off the door. Quick little scrub. There might be a couple stubborn spots left on the door, but overall, we're gonna be able to get about 90% of it off, and what you saw is about 2 minutes there. We'll run into situations sometimes that our skin comes in contact with the degreaser. It's really important to immediately rinse it off, again, to avoid some chemical burns or any kind of skin damage or safety issues. So you can see how effective that really high-powered degreaser and a little bit of agitation is on making these doors look brand new. And the same principle applies to inside the smoker. But what we do on the inside is do a quick rinse with hot water. Hot water works best, but we like to get all the loose food off of it. It's all gonna go to the bottom of the pit and can be drained out the same valve that we took all the grease out with. So in the same effect, we take the bottom rack up and we put it up a notch so we can actually clean the bottom of this hanger and get all the food off of here. And then we can rotate it with our foot pedal and just move on to the next hanger once we get one done. And they can all stay in there for this cleaning process. But when you're doing your really deep cleans, we want you to pull them right out of the smoker. And for that, you don't require any tools whatsoever. I'm gonna reach in and grab this hanger now, and notice that when I grab it, I'm not gonna stop and rest it on the door gasket. It's gonna come straight out of the smoker, and that's an effort to not damage our door gasket on the unit. Hanger comes out just like that, and you can pressure wash it on a skid or out in the backyard, or just scrub it clean outside the smoker while you work on the walls. All right, now that Scott's done a hot water rinse on all the hangers inside the unit, we're gonna reintroduce our KS. Now we're gonna use it on the hangers and the racks and watch this stuff just melt right off. Okay, so now you've been taken through how to do a quick clean and a deep clean on the inside of your smoker. Whether you leave the hangers in or take them out is up to you. We recommend taking them out for a deep clean once in a while. So inside it's wet, there might be some residual degreaser, but we've definitely drained all the water from the bottom of the smoker through the same drain valve. And now, and for safety and ultimate cleanliness, we're gonna burn it off at 325 degrees for 1 hour. This is a similar process you can follow with all of the Southern Pride units. Since they're all built out of 304 stainless steel, they can be beat up and cleaned up as often as you like to keep them in tip-top working order. Our final step here is gonna be to dry it off, give it a nice shine with WD-40 or mineral oil, and that keeps the surface protected and keeps the grease off it a little bit, as well as fingerprints. I also want you to look at your control panel. Make sure the mylar is in good shape over the controls. Make sure all your switches are still existing and there's no missing components. And to protect this as well with WD-40 or mineral oil. If after watching this video you have some more questions about some of the details of the processes, always feel free to reach out to us over the phone or at our website, kendale.ca. And we also have this entire YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook.